You don't get this stuff from Howard Stern Show. You don't get this stuff from anything but Renegade Radio.
It's the Red River Valley Motorcyclist Spirit of America Bike and Car Show, Saturday and Sunday, May 3rd and 4th at the Alara Center in Grand Forks, and they're looking for sponsors and vendors. This is a great opportunity to get your business noticed by thousands of people for this 2 long days of this awesome event. If you'd like to get your business noticed, or if you'd like a booth, contact Sarah, 763-568-1946, or Dennis at 701-741-5205. There'll be a raffle with over $90,000 worth of prizes, including a Polaris 1000 North Star Ultimate Crew Cab Ranger, a Harley-Davidson Street Glide, and Polaris Sportsman 570, with the net proceeds benefiting the Veterans Honor Flight of North Dakota, Minnesota. And veterans are absolutely free. Find out more by going to rrvmnd.org. Red River Valley Motorcyclist Spirit of America Bike and Car Show, Saturday and Sunday, May 3rd and 4th at the Alara Center in Grand Forks.
Bim dum, kalamsum, badum face. Jusu dime and kanton coloring. Dudes and pots and choo-choo train. Yes, there will be my will to thee so far. Nice to meet you.
Yo, it's the 84th Sturgis Rally. We ride, engines revving loud, feel the power, need no guide. Harleys rolling through the streets on the wild side. Bikers from the worldwide, the family knows divide. Saxophone, drop that beat, let it collide. Sturgis, the epicenter where legends reside. Thunder rolling, streets are alive. Heartbeats, syncopated, freedom amplified. From sunrise to the moon's high tide. Rev it up, feel still, let's get in the Black Hills where the spirit rides high. Cycles gleam in the sunset, kissing the sky. Chrome reflections catch the eye, no disguise. Freedom roars, winds of change, never lie. Saxophone solos, weaving stories on the high. Over handlebars, our dreams fly. Gasoline and grit, we defy, we amplify. Through valleys and peaks, legends born on the fly. Rev it up, feel the thrill, engines won't lie. Rev it up, feel the steel, let's get rid of 84 Sturgis where we soar, touch the sky. Exhaust fumes mixed with the morning mist. Every twist of the throttle, life's pure bliss. Handlebars gripping tight, knuckles white. In every roar, we find our fight. Saxophone scream intertwining with the night. Wheels spinning fast, leaving trails of light. Sturgis, where the bold unite. Echoes bouncing off the hills, pure delight.
Rubber burning, it's alright. Every mile, carving paths of might. Born to ride, we rule this metal scene. Sturgis bound, where our stories lean. Saxophone screams, split the air so clean. 84th rally, weaving through every dream. Wheels in motion, can't be deterred. Throttle to the max, every vision unblurred. Riding high from dawn to dusk, it's assured. With the saxophones roar, every beat heard.
Let the legends sing in the Black Hills. Feel the freedom ring. We'll see them in the river. Feel the freedom ring. Let the legends sing in the Black Hills. Feel the freedom ring. Call talk exempt, air of range for the band on set. So to leave it in the heart of Sturgis, where we gather to abide, where wheels and steel, free spirits collide. From the horizon, the engines roar side by side. This 84th rally, we ride with pride. Thunder echoing through every street. Beneath the Black Hill sky, our worlds meet. Saxophones wailing, rhythm so sweet. Bikers unite, laying down the beat. Tales of heroes etched in chrome. In the spirit of Sturgis, we feel at home.
Roaring engines, hear 'em thundering down. Sturgis town, we're never backing down. It's a rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. It's the rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. Party people flooding in from miles around, leather and chrome. We're ready to paint the town. It's the rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. It's the rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. Twist the throttle, feel the wind in your hair. We gather round, 'cause we all belong here. Burn out nights and gasoline dreams. Ain't no limit to these thrilling extremes. It's a rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. It's the rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. Iron horses rolling through the open plains. Tales of freedom riding past the chains. Camaraderie in every handshake and grin. In the heart of Sturgis, where the legend begins. It's the rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. Steel seas roaring under skies so blue. Chrome and steel reflecting the bold and true. From Main Street bars to the campfire's glow. Every rider's got a story to show. It's the rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. It's the rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. Thunder roads where legends are forged. Roaring freedom every mile we've scored. Bands are playing, guitars scream in the night. In Sturgis town, we take up the fight. It's the rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. casting shadows on the tar. Rebel souls unite beneath the stars. Engines roar in the knots and the night's still young. The open road calls, your legend's just begun. It's the rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest. Morning breaks and we rise with purpose. Kick stands up, roll on through the service. Crowds cheering, the parade's begun. With every rev a battle won. It's the rally, rally week in August. Rev it, let's make it the loudest.
Sturgis trees are out of street.
Renegade Radio, tune in, don't be shy. With Frankie Slauson leading the ride. Monday nights,
The airwaves come alive with voices in the dark, like shadows they survive. Join the rendezvous, let the stories weave. Frankie leads the night, you just gotta believe.
Well, there you go. How's it going, everybody?
Good.
The hell's going on with your webcam there?
Now you know how I always feel.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, his webcam was like freaking out unless it's just a feature or something. Oh, so Antique Man, you know that your webcam's kind of messed up a little bit?
What do you think? I need to go lower?
No. I mean, like, it was just acting up like it was like they were bugging out or something like that. That's not
They've
used to
got a
that.
mind of their own.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So how's it going? How's it going, guys? How you guys doing?
Been good. Got a lot of stuff done today.
Oh, that's good. Well, what was the project that you were working on that you said you had?
Well, nobody would really be interested, but I was asked to put all the tunes I've ever written on a list. And
Okay.
I didn't realize how many there were, but it took a while.
Okay.
But I got her done.
Well, that's good.
Well, what I wanted to do today was call Social Security office and go to the bank. And then the fucking presidents had to have a day.
Yeah. We just haven't had enough holidays, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
So that's crazy.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, I understand. I mean, it's just a wonderful.
I took out the trash and the recycling.
Wow.
Well, that's good. Hey, recycling's still important. You know, just as important as it ever was.
We have a bigger can, so I have to.
Well, last week I bought myself a pair of I bought some new Skull Candy headphones and whatnot. So the Crusher wireless.
Hey, John, you could get out of the picture and let the good-looking one in.
What?
Nothing.
I didn't hear that at all. I had my headphones on.
I guess those headphones, you should be taking them back.
No. I took them off. You know, I couldn't hear nothing.
How are they? They're the Skull Candy. Are they okay?
Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
What?
I love them. I mean, Skull Candy has always been my brand. I've always loved them because even the pair I had before was Skull Candy.
Yeah, they've been around quite a while.
These have better bass response and everything. And that's a guy like me wants something like that. You know, I'm not looking for like boom boom boom, but I'm looking for a little boom boom. You know.
Now, okay. So when you do, because I think you sent me a photo. When you do your, I just bought this film digitally, redone, and I'm going to watch it. You don't do headphones at that point, right?
Well, it's been a while since I've done a review like that, but no, I don't. Most of the time, no. I mean, because the camera can hear me.
No. I just mean for your own personal. Do you wear headphones when you view something like that, or are you strictly like, I'm going to listen to music on my computer, so then I'll.
Oh no, headphone. I mean, I got speakers and stuff around here too. Like other than just my home theater, like I can use, but most of the time I'm just like using headphones because the neighbor over there next door, he gets a little cranky, you know, after like 8 o'clock or whatever. So I have to be good, you know. I have to be a good little neighbor.
I understand.
You're like, howdy, neighbor. Mr.
There was I think that we were let's see, 18, so 19 years old. I was living with this guy, and we were in it was the basement of the house, but the house, this basement was accessible from an exterior door. And this neighbor, the upstairs guy, he wasn't the guy we rented from. he also rented, he and his family. And unfortunately, we were young, stupid, asshole-ish. And
Oh,
and one of the things, because he was very adamant about the noise level stopping at 10 o'clock, because really we shared just a ceiling. And
yeah.
we at one point had shoved, I mean, the square footage was probably 20, and we had, I don't know, 50 people shoved in this, and we were looking at the clock, and at 9:59 we all did this, ah, for 1 minute, and then we filed out of the house all quickly. Just
Wow. You
stupid
guys,
rude.
you guys
Those
were
were the days.
Oh
A bunch of
God,
pricks.
I know, man. It's terrible. It's
I lived in
terrible. I
a,
can't share walls anymore.
I have a quick one on that. I lived in
Oh.
a house with 5 other guys while I was going to college. And one night at the end of the school year, we had a book burning out front. We had a cage thing. We burned a bunch of books and then we went back to our rooms and passed out. The next morning, the neighbor was a good guy, but he had a big trash can out front for us to pick up all the ashes and stuff. But he was pretty good about it.
I would hope so. Jeez, wow, you guys
Especially if
do
the
work.
fire was still going when you went and passed out.
My econ book was still burning.
Wow.
It's probably still burning.
All the
Yeah.
stuff. Didn't care much for that course. Oh, Mad Dog's here.
Yeah, what's going on, Mad Dog? Hey,
What's up? What's up?
Howdy ho and everything. Happy President's Day.
And
I figure I'd use our president, our
that's right.
background, for that we did for the Labor Day weekend, or not Labor Day, but the election background or whatever from last year.
Nice.
Still had it. I got if you look
Did
in
any
the
of you
corner.
guys have today off?
Oh yeah, of course. It's Monday. I always have Mondays off. Of course, that's if I did go to work today, I would have gotten holiday pay. Of course, it's like every Monday now since I've been off, and taking it off. I miss out on holiday pay most of the time. So that means miss out on double time and everything, But that's okay. They asked if I wanted to come in today, but I just said no. I got a podcast to do. And they said, well, you can do it from the casino. It's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure, I can. Yeah, of course I can.
Hey, there you go.
And I'm the new supervisor too. I'll believe that when I see that. I know how things work. Plus, they don't even let us work overtime. They're against that right now. So no overtime at all. Because I've already put in my hours for the week, even though technically it's a new week now, but it's still the same pay period. So they'd have to give me if I worked today, I guess I could have had like Sunday off or something then. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's all good. I'm here for you guys. Even though our guest decided not to be here tonight because he all of a sudden told me at 1:00 in the afternoon that he was sick. I was like, well, thanks for letting me know after, we booked you for 3 weeks, 3 weeks ago. I know you can't help it when a person's sick or whatever. I get that. But it's like, you couldn't have told me earlier in the day so I could have had a little bit more time to maybe try to find somebody or replacement. I mean, I've been trying most of the afternoon, but I haven't been lucky. Everybody's busy and stuff. So we'll have to wait till next week to have we're going to have 2 guests on next week just to make up for today. I got my buddy Al Neff, who we had on back in October or the first season. He'll be coming on the show. He's out of Sauk Rapids, and he has his own. Well, he don't own the station, but he's kind of a big deal over there. He's over at WXYG, the GOAT, and that's like not just a top 40 station. That's actually more of a deep track station. They actually do exist, believe it or not. There are some around there that do. He shares a building with a few other stations that they work on too. But I want him to come back on the show because not only is he a friend of mine, but I want him to meet some of you guys because some of you guys were not here the last time when he was here. This is when we were just getting started and everything. So he's a very good guy. He's one of my heroes. I mean, really, somebody I've known for a long time. I met once in South Dakota when I was living there over 10 years ago. It was like 2014 or whatever when we met, and but he's a very good guy. He used to do a show called Into the Music, which was like a audio like biography on certain artists that he liked and told the stories and played some songs or whatever. And that was something that I first got seeing back in the Pioneer 941 days when I was at college over there. We used to have these shows, and one of the shows was Into the Music that we get on disc. And the guy who, Al, he's what I like about him is he doesn't look like a radio guy, but he really sounds like a radio guy. Like, I mean, his voice is really. I think John, if you're here next week and you get to meet him, I think you'd like him. I think this is someone that maybe you should have known a long time ago, because he's a good guy. He's not an a-hole. He's a friend among friends. That's for sure. So he's gonna be coming on next week about 5:45.
What you say is? Where's
Alabama.
he from?
Well, he's originally from Colorado. Originally, that's where he's originally from. But but he was kind of known around the cities, kind of like. But he has a place in Sauk Rapids. WXYG, the Goat, is the radio station that he works for.
Okay.
And it's a deep track station, so it's a really good station.
Yeah.
People, he gets pretty good coverage because it's over real close to St. Cloud and everything in the cities. So everybody knows Al Neff, especially in southern Minnesota. So yeah, so he's somebody I definitely want you guys to meet next week when we do the show. Then we'll have Eric Edwards on as well after he's done. So it'll be Al and then Eric. So kind of a hour and a half spin, kind of. But anyway, I was gonna say before we really get everything started, well, welcome to Renegade Radio, everybody. Episode number 7, season 4. I was gonna make an announcement about the future of now that we're getting close to the end of the month again. It's that time when I always make these wonderful announcements about what is our next break, because most of us have been on here doing this week upon week upon week. I know a lot of you guys have took a week off or wasn't able to make one of the episodes or a couple of them or whatever. And that's nothing against that, because I get it. You get busy and things happen.
Is this when the firing comes? Just like the end of the month cleaning house?
No, nobody's ever been fired. You know how many people have come through here, and most of the people that like the honorary ones that come and go. Like, you wonder why Ken comes and goes, or why we haven't seen Michael Massey or some of my friends that just come and go, because those guys are honorary crew members. So if you're an honorary crew member, I always say you can just come and go whenever you please. But if you're somebody who's been here for a while and you're willing to commit, to every week if you can, anyway, then I consider you guys the main roster, the main crew, the main cast, because you guys gotta have his main cast too, and pretty much most of you guys are pretty much my main cast. Pretty much everybody that's on here always comes in. You guys are always here all the time anyway. So, but like, what was I gonna say? But Ken, he makes his appearance when he can. I'm hoping maybe eventually to make him a member, but a full-time member. But anyway, my thing is that because we will almost be at the end of the month here next week, it'll be our last February episode. So what I've decided that we're going to do as far as the next break or whatever, for our time anyway, I'd like us to go up until the St. Patty's Day episode, whether we're in Grand Forks or not for it or whatever, it's still going to be done anyway. After that, we'll take a couple weeks off, the last 2 Mondays of March off, and then we'll come back April 7th, which is the first Monday of April. And then we'll kind of go up until Memorial Day weekend or before Memorial Day weekend, take that day off or that weekend off. And then we'll come back for the last 2 episodes in June, which are the first 2 Mondays in June, and that'll be the week of Kicking Up Country will be our season finale. Just in case if John and Sam are able, or John and Mad Dog are still able to show up, for that week if they plan to, the week of Kicking Up Country, because I would love it if they did, because that'd be the perfect time to end season 4, and then we'll take about a week or a month and a half off for summertime and come back in August. because then I'll be having my trip to see Lance here in July. So that's kind of what my thoughts are, at least for the foreseeable future. So if you're wondering what our next spring break will be, that's or our next break, it'll be I want to go up until St. Patty's Day, and then we'll take a couple weeks off. Okay, everybody deserves a break no matter what.
I'm going to be in Alaska for a couple weeks in May. I'll try to get in. They have a media room on the ship, but it's always so hit and miss. But I'll try, depending on what we're doing. But yeah,
it's not a big deal. I mean, like I say, that's why I let you guys know ahead of time. I mean,
that'd be like a roving reporter.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, he did a report for us 2 weeks ago when he was in Alabama and all that shit. So,
Yeah, I did one. I did one from Turkey on my show, and but the thing is, you got to figure out the time. It was like an 8-hour time difference, so I can't remember. It was let's see. It was like Alaska, 7 o'clock at night for me and 11 o'clock in the morning on the show here in the States, but. I made it work one time, but it's really tough to do when you're out on a boat.
I think Alaska is like what 3 or 4 hours time difference from us, from Minnesota anyway, as far as I know. Because when we had Christina, it was like
I don't know.
It was like 3 or 4 hours.
Probably just 2 over there.
Really? No, I think it's like 3. I think
not Pacific like I am.
No, because you're.
I think they
right.
are.
No, not her. She was 3 hours difference.
I'm going to be way in southern Alaska, not far from. I mean, we go up to Ketchikan and up there, so that's you can go quite a ways farther in Alaska. But I'm guessing we're in the same time zone as what Seattle is, where we'll be.
Well, I guess you'll find out. I guess it doesn't really matter. But now I'm going to show you guys. Some of you already saw the intro already, but. John, you haven't seen it. Mad Dog, I don't know who has seen Black or whatever, but
2 time zones.
See?
There you go.
I think she was in the second time zone, like the Hawaiian or not Hawaiian, but like the next one over, whatever that would be. Alaskan time, I guess, or the second half.
Yeah, Alaska. Their standard time. It looks like they're an hour behind me.
So it would only be like 2:08 right now.
Yep.
Because it's 3:08 where Lance is right now. Yeah. And then and poor Mad Dog, it's 6:08 over his place. So he's it's weird how time zones work anyway.
Oh, no kidding.
All right, well we'll get to our intro here and then we'll be right back here.
Renegade Radio, tune in, don't be shy. With Frankie Slauson leading the ride. Monday nights, the airwaves come alive. With voices in the dark, like shadows they survive. Join the rendezvous, let the stories weave. Frankie leads the night, you just gotta believe.
And there you go. That's the new official intro there.
I like it.
All thanks to Jeremy. It took him almost a month to do that little thing, but I guess he had some ideas, and that's what his idea was. But the thing about it was, like, I had to have him redo it like 2 times because he kept forgetting to add people. Like he forgot, and the biggest one that he forgot was John Roberts, and I'm just like, I didn't want him. I didn't want him to forget you.
Go figure.
Yeah. So that's why you're kind of the last. That's why you're kind of the last on the list there because he kept forgetting about you. I'm just like, John, I can't forget about Mr. Roberts there. For crying out loud. I mean, he's let us be on his platform for Christ's sake. Anyway, so hope you guys like that. Anyway, yeah. How's it going? How's it going? Hey. Happy President's Day. Happy Screaming Sam Day. Uncle Screaming Sam there.
Every day Screaming Sam Day.
Yeah.
Loud, that's loud.
Yeah. So what's been going on with everybody then? How's everybody's weekend?
Good.
Good. Okay, that's good.
My birthday.
Yeah. What did you do for your birthday? Because I heard you turned 46 and from your video there. So
Yeah,
I was wondering.
46.
Yeah.
That's how drunk I was. I didn't even know how old I was.
And you didn't double check the video when you made it, huh? You just recorded it and you didn't double check the
I
editing?
made that 20 years ago.
Oh. Well, 20 years ago, you went 44 then, not 46.
Whatever.
Whatever.
We had to roast you a little bit, Mad Dog, because once again, you
Hey,
do a
look,
video.
I opened that up and I drank that whole half gallon. That's how bad it was.
Was that a present or that birthday present or what?
That was a birthday present.
Oh.
I didn't make it.
That's a big bottle for a big guy there.
Actually, I love my Crown Royal, man. That's my weakness.
Now, is that your favorite flavor or any flavor?
Oh, no, XO's my favorite, but any Crown Royals. I won't drink that fruity shit. That fruity shit for the fruities. I like straight up Crown.
So it doesn't bring out the fruitness in you at all?
No, that's I don't drink that. I like Crown Royal, Crown XO, Crown Reserve, Crown Black.
Oh. Wow, I didn't know there's so many different flavors, I guess. I know the original purple kind, and I think there's like an apple kind too, I think, or something.
Yeah, there's apple, there's blackberry now, there's vanilla, there's all kind of fruity.
So when you normally buy this, do you normally go to your local liquor store and buy it, or is it something?
Yeah, we have a state store they call it when I get the XO. Yeah, the XO is about $90 a bottle.
Holy fuck! Boy, somebody has some money.
No, I have champagne taste and beer pockets, they say, but I don't mind paying for what I like.
Well, I mean, I spent $150 on these headphones, so I guess that's but I'm not buying that all the time. I'm not buying like every other month or whatever. How often does a bottle last you? Like if you're from the time you got it until okay.
One sitting.
You just saw.
Oh. And I drank out with no mixers. I don't put Coke or nothing. That's just drinking it right out of a. Yeah. Here, I have my little Cancun glass, and I just drink them all night, one shot at a time.
And how long does it take for you to get the effect of? I've been drinking a little bit now. I feel a little funny now.
Halfway through, and then the other half, I got to find my bedroom.
Jeez. I imagine a party with you is just a party that nobody will ever forget. I'm sure.
Put it this way: I make you take back shit you never stole.
Wow. That's funny. That's funny. Well, I'm glad you had did you do anything other than drink? Did you go out to eat or anything?
Yeah, a buddy of mine took me out. Yeah, a buddy of mine took me and my wife out. We were out Saturday all night, and then that was it. A friend of mine took me and my wife out. We went up to a place called the Bigham Tavern, and
you mean your brother didn't take you out at all?
He don't come to Pittsburgh, so
wine and dine you and everything.
Nah, I don't. He don't come to Pittsburgh. I don't expect him to come all the way in here.
Well, I thought his bar was in Pittsburgh. I thought your bar was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it is, but he don't come in here.
I just go for meetings and stuff.
He comes in and he's out before you even know.
Problem is with Pittsburgh, when you go there, they have things like Pirates and Penguins and Steelers and all that crap.
Oh my! I don't even talk about our sports teams anymore like I used to. Hell, the Pirates are on a ship that sinks every 2 weeks into the season.
I'm watching Sid Crosby though. He's a good hockey player, playing in that Four Nations tournament going on. That's pretty crazy.
How about that pass he made how about that overtime pass he made?
Yeah, I got to see him when he played in the World Juniors up here in Grand Forks and Thief River Falls. Gosh, I don't remember what year that was. It was well before he was professional. He would have been 19. and I got to see him and Andovechkin play in that tournament up here. So, gosh, that was a long time ago. He's been doing it for a long time. Good
Yeah.
player.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's only going to be another year and he'll be done, I think.
Yeah, he can go
That's
another
crazy.
year easy. He still scores points, but depends on with his contract. He might not want to play for another year if they're not going to pay him. Hard to say.
He took
I
a
think he's
pay
still
cut.
good for another 2 years.
Hey, he took a pay cut in his last 2 contracts to keep Malcolm and what's his name on the team. And no other hockey player in the world would do that.
Yeah, they just keep getting paid. You see it more and more all the time now, especially with today's salaries. A guy would rather give up what I'm making this year because they're still going to give it. They're still going to pay him. It's just put off. They're not taking a pay cut. They're just knocking it off the salary cap. Oh, by the way, it's still going to be there. It just won't count on the cap this year. So you see guys like I think I saw Ken Griffey Jr. is like still one of the highest paid players on the frickin' Seattle Mariners or whatever, and he hasn't played ball in what 12 years?
Look at
15
Bobby
years, 10 years, whatever it is.
Bobby Bonilla is still getting $2 million a year, and he hasn't played baseball since 2000.
Yeah, yeah.
He's getting
so
it from the Yankees.
That's what they're
still
doing with the contracts now. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Huh. Well, I mean that's something, I guess. I mean, John. I know that you were. What was it? You were doing the hockey thing last week, or was it last week, or was it last Tuesday?
Yeah,
I think I saw some.
Tuesday was my last game.
Yeah, I seen a photo or whatever, or some photos of the event that you were at, and whoever was the photographer, had some really nice photos anyway, and you and your announcer guy friend or whatever were in one of the photos anyway.
Yeah, that's
his
name is Russ Hans.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Russ Hans Photography. I'll give him a quick plug here. He's a great guy. He's also like a private investigator dude too, but he's a really good photographer. He's one of the busiest photographers I know, and I got to meet him basically doing these high school hockey games, and now we just run into each other all the time, but he's a great guy. And so he always posts his stuff on Facebook. He does things differently, and it's brilliant. What he'll do is he'll go to an event like a hockey game or whatever and shoot all these pictures and put everything available on Facebook or social media, but he'll sell the package first to like a business. And instead of trying to hit, hey, I'll get pictures of your kid, he'll just approach a business and say, hey, for $500, it's all going on there. And they do it. And he's really busy, but he does a great job. And then he always posts stuff about it immediately after. And happened to be Tom Kenville, an old Division I hockey player, played out at UMass Lowell. We grew up with each other in Thief River, so I talked him into doing the color commentary for me, and yeah, we had a good time. It was Thief River and East Grand Forks. I get lucky enough to call that game every year, and my hometown versus where we live now, so it's a good time. But I'm done now. My season's over with. We don't do any playoffs or anything anymore, so that's just getting rolling up here, or the high school playoffs. So, but now I can just watch.
Yeah. Yeah, they look like a fun event for a good time anyway, because the photos turned out really well. He must have a really nice camera or something.
Yeah, he does a really good job. You should see his setups. He's like the official photographer of UND hockey, and I mean, he went so far as he's got the net boxes, and he's got from the ceiling over the rafters view, and he's got all kinds of shit set up all over the place, and yeah, he does a really good job. And like I say, you saw it, he posts it right away, and
yeah, it looks
he can
looks
make
like it
it
turned
famous.
out pretty well. I would say, and it's funny because of how good the resolution was, you look totally different, compared to like seeing you, like obviously because your camera is different, like it is, but like it's funny how a 4K, I guess it's a 4K camera or whatever, can really change the image. It can make everything look so much better and so much more detailed than what you would think in a normal Polaroid picture or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, Yeah. That's why I like quality all the time. That's why I like high resolution, because you see everything. Yeah, even stuff you're not supposed to see. Brett Lancer, we all love that. When I do come down there, I'll have to just kind of give you a tour of kind of just tour, or just kind of explain like if we happen to go shopping or whatever one day or whatever. I'll have to
How
explain
wrong I am.
yeah, about how wrong you are. I'll take. Well, we'll go to a movie. I'm sure they got some really nice theaters in Washington, Seattle, or whatever.
Nope, they don't. Everything. Oh yeah, everything is done on this. Somebody's up there with this crank style old film reel. Yeah.
I don't really believe that, but okay, sure. I believe they have the
curtains going up and down between scenes.
Yep.
Yeah, no surround sound at all. Just somebody blowing a horn. Oh, attention!
Blowing a horn. There's a band out front. You know, awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
You can hear the movie go. Tick, 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 tick.
Love that.
Yeah,
I know.
But I'm just saying, because it seems like there's gonna be a lot of good movies coming out this summer already. So they're even talking about, which we've heard a lot about this, throughout the years, but it seems like it might be official. They're talking about doing a Goonies 2 now and a Gremlins 3 just because of the Beetlejuice movie they did. I mean, I'm all for it, but I just don't. I'm just kind of curious to see how they would do a part 2 of the Goonies. I already know how they do a part 3 of Gremlins, because I already kind of have, because you take any storyline that they've done, or any horror storyline with like, puppets or whatever, and you kind of already know what's going to happen. But with a sequel to Goonies, like you just don't know what they're going to do, but you want to make sure they do it right, that they're going to do it, so they don't fuck it up and fuck up the whole series and everything. Because people get mad about bringing up, like, oh, we should do Back to the Future 4.
Hey,
well, they should, but they won't, because they think they're worried that they'll tarnish the legacy. It's like, well, you could get somebody, to play the characters or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. But that's what I was hearing anyway. So
Gremlins 3 does look to be more accurate so far than the Goonies one.
Well, I mean, that doesn't surprise me, but I've been hearing stuff about it, like I thought on the Facebook feeds anyway. There's always like sites that talk about that stuff or whatever.
Yep.
And I don't know.
And Chris Columbus has his hands in it.
Yeah, you just don't know what to believe. But I believe, since seeing the new Beetlejuice movie, and even though it wasn't as good as the first one, let's see what happens. I say, let's do it, see what happens, and if it's tarnished, then that's their own damn fault. But I'm curious to see what they would do.
Are you mad already?
No, I'm not. I as a fan, I'd be excited, because this year, if you guys don't know, which you should know, it's the 40th anniversary of the Goonies, and 40th anniversary of Back to the Future, and 40th anniversary of Weird Science, and all the other movies that came out in '85 and everything. So, yeah.
Okay, so there is a Life After the Goonies documentary that looks like it could be being in production at the current over in the UK.
Yeah, that was by somebody who she's an independent filmmaker. She did a Life After Never Ending Story, and Life After.
Okay.
That was the one that she did just recently too. There's another Starfighter or something, or Star something, not Star Trek or Star Wars, but Last Starfighter, I think, or something, or something.
You could be right.
Yeah. Something like that, anyway.
Navigator was one.
Yeah, Flight of the Navigator. That's right. She did the documentary about it anyway. And we might get her on after she works on the Goonies thing, because that'd be kind of fun to talk about. She's currently working on that right now. But anyway, so yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Just for all you film nuts out there, which I know we're all film nuts, even if you don't have that nice of a setup or whatever, you still like to watch movies and everything. And you know what's really kind of what? likes to do that old man laugh. And everything.
Even if your setup sucks.
Well, I'm assuming none of you guys have the nice setup that I have. Maybe Screaming Sam, because I know he said he has a home theater in his house or has like a projector screen or something downstairs or whatever. But he lives in a fucking mansion, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, right.
I have like an 80
Rightfully so.
that we don't ever even use.
I live in a trailer. I live in a trailer down the street.
No, you don't. You have. I've seen
from your mansion.
Yeah. So you'd rather live in a trailer, huh? You'd rather be the hillbilly.
Come on, he lives in Ohio. He lives in a truck with fenders that go like this.
I've seen your yard. I've seen the outside and inside your house without even being there, dude. So I know what it looks like. It's way too big for you.
The road trip we took a couple of weeks ago, going down through Mississippi and Arkansas and Alabama, we saw many places where people lived that their four-wheeler was nicer than their house, their boat was way nicer than their house, and sometimes their pickups were even nicer, but in that order. But you drive by there and you go, my God, I can't believe people live in that thing, you know. But they got a pretty decent boat sitting up front. You know?
Yep.
Well, that's not redneck. I don't know what it is.
Well, if you want redneck, here's some redneck for you here.
I get paid to paint, not to move octopuses. Come over here, sugar. Let's talk about the first thing that pops up. And it was crazy. I did a wee and then a wham. You did a what? I did a wee wham. Them arrows must not know that pole to pole don't work. And I'm going down, down, baby, in a up elevator. That must be TikTok headquarters. Big bowl of shit. What you gonna want to do when you get here is just come on down the stairs. You'll be at the bottom before you know it. Let me borrow that chainsaw. No. Excuse me? Nope. That's better. Just come on down Main Street. Can't miss it. It's the third ostrich head on the right. Look, you're gonna do a... Look, you're gonna want to do it. Here we go, loop-de-loop, and then swing off at the third door. I've seen some pigeon porches lately, but yeah. That's a big one. Yes, ma'am, I told you we'd build you a garage. I didn't say nothing about being able to get into it. If you leave me ma at home, she don't need to be doing a wee. Ethel, slow down. Wee. This is to keep all the Matthews from peeking in on y'all. Peekaboo, mother... Who don't want 100 PSI enema first thing in the morning? What you gonna want to do is come through the door, fall through the floor door, hit the stairs, and roll. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your duck. Well, that was horrible. It's getting bad when you start needing street lights on a staircase. Hey, Raul, fill that shit back in. She changed her mind. We're just gonna put tile down. You ever got a splinter in your pinky toe from a treated 4x4? You bout to. Ethel, if you gonna scramble them eggs, put the helmet on. Well, the good news is there's no more air restriction. Bad news, you might need a little Freon. Extra nails is extra strength, and extra strength is perfection. It's a comedy skit. Calm down. I don't care where you work the rock sector while you mowing, so shut up. Who said that? Rodney Carey. Acting like this a Jerry Springer show or something. Now, all these angles help slow the speed of the water. That helps with erosion when it comes off the roof. Matthew, put your tongue back in your mouth when you're talking, son. I mean, this is pretty work, but it's kind of on the better side of the I'd go in there and paint over every one of these. Where'd all my tape go? Down there in the hall bath.
There you go. Ever go that redneck at all? Oh, somebody's phone ringing.
You call them dogs.
Yeah. Like they have a phone. You can call the dogs. They'll talk.
Yeah. Hello.
I don't know where my wife is, but she heard me and just yelled their name, and they both took off. So,
yeah, that's great. That's great. I was gonna say when I was talking about the setups earlier. Now that I see Lance's setup, maybe he does have a pretty good setup. Maybe those speakers alone look pretty badass. You know? So maybe that's quality right there.
All those are just reference monitors. And so, I mean, realistically, you know, it's just stereo. I don't even have surround, and it's not even something that's really, for me anyway, done at a real high level as far as volume.
Well, then why'd you pick them for your business?
Because they're appropriate for that.
Oh, okay. Because all my speakers are reference speakers. They're great. You know, And if depending on what you have on your computer, I don't know if you have a Mac or Windows, but you can put Dolby Atmos right on your computer. It comes with the computers nowadays. Like,
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all tied into my sound card and stuff. It was kind of what was really kind of interesting during your Ron Wasserman interview was that he kind of moved his chair and gave you a little bit of a visual sample to realize it is just that. It's very self-contained.
Yeah, I
It's
thought it
not a
was a whole bunch
very
of. Well, I thought he had like a mixer, like right, instead of like it being keys. I didn't know it was actually like keys or
it's
whatever.
all in the computer. So you do,
Yeah,
it's just that you don't necessarily need that outboard piece of hardware anymore. Some guys do it, they love it. There's reasons, but you don't it's not a requirement.
sure, sure.
And so I
Right.
loved all that whole cool MIDI talk and everything because that's really what everything is done on. It's just the easiest way.
I figure you could relate. I wish I could have had you come on that interview because I'm sure that would have been a lot of fun to talk to him about stuff and whatever.
That
You
was
know.
really, really cool. No, you guys, he was once again, he was really personable and talked about a lot of things. And he's had obviously very, very busy because he's just turning stuff over with all the different guys he's working with. And I mean, besides and the guy has thousands of hours. I mean, yeah.
We're talking about the guy who created the theme song to Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song, and did the X-Men theme song, and did a whole bunch of other stuff. And it just like, and thanks to my friend Jacob, or agent friend Jacob, anyway, he's trying to get me some good guests and stuff, and that's where most of these people come from lately, anyway. He's the one that got us Terry Snell here back in January and stuff from Home Alone. So. Well, and Lance, of course, give him credit.
Hey, no, that was really, really cool. I mean, sometimes that's depending on who we all are, right? That's where we're gonna nerd out a little bit and go, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's my thing, and so yeah, but what a personable guy, and just taking that time is really cool because
Oh,
those
yeah.
schedules are absolutely brutal.
Well, we didn't do it till about 5 o'clock my time, last week. So I had to wait until I got paid last week. And I normally on Tuesdays when I get paid, that's normally my shopping day and my grocery day and whatever. And so I had to wait until later in the evening to do all that stuff. But it was all right, though. It was fine.
Yeah, that was very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'd say. Some of these people should just be on Renegade Radio, but it's like, like I said, Jacob, he kind of requests to have him be, one on one for most of them. We'll see what happens going forward, but I'll just do whatever they tell me to do, going forward for now.
And they may just want to
together.
be able to feel it out. Some of them may just really, and that may be just fine. Maybe they'd be willing to come back again at some other point with all of us, or maybe Jacob would want to come on, tell us about what he does.
I'm trying to convince him because you said you don't really do interviews, but I've had it's funny. I've had a way to convince people to change their format a little bit, to come on, because I interviewed Larry, or Buddy Holly's older brother, Larry, before he passed away. And Larry hardly did he never really liked to do much interviews much because, he only knows so much. And he was kind of Buddy's protector, more or less. A lot of people didn't know. Like, he was the guy that kind of helped Buddy get, where he was because of the right people that he knew. Because Larry was just as talented as Buddy, and also his brother Travis, but they were kind of like, they didn't want to be famous. They wanted to just be homebodies and take care of their families and just do what they could.
But they all played music.
Oh yeah, they all were in bands together. That's how Buddy got started.
Right.
All these people that he met was because of his brothers. They all knew everybody.
Peanut butter sandwich.
But as far as I'm aware, it was just an honor just to chat with him because, like I said, when it happened, it was because I was friends with.
I have to. That's fine.
I'm friends with his niece and nephew, and they helped me get Larry up here. So we'll see what Jacob. I mean, that'll probably be later on this year, maybe, or whatever. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of episodes to do this year, so it'll be all right. It'll be all right. But yesterday, anybody watch NASCAR at all? Any NASCAR fans at all? I'm sure you guys all.
I was. I just didn't watch it.
Yeah, I call it NAPCAR now. It's NAPCAR.
Oh, why? Because you're not there and watching it live in person and color commentating and everything.
No, the rules have changed. You watch. I mean, a race like Daytona, it's cool because a lot of times it'll be a first time winner on these super speedways. You basically hold it to the nuts the whole time. You try to stay out of trouble, and whoever is still left at the end is usually what happens in a race like that. And just the way they've changed it, it's a lot of people call it nap car. Take a nap for a while, and you wake up, and you might not miss much. The super speedways, you'll catch the wrecks. You always have the big one. I was more interested in the ARCA race on Saturday and the truck race. Those are a little better racing, I think. But I don't know. I was fortunate enough. My wife took me to the Daytona 500 a couple of years ago for our 20th anniversary, and I did the whole experience. And I had a blast. We had awesome seats. I could see everything. If I would have been there yesterday where we were sitting, I would have seen Air Force One land. I mean, it was the whole experience is cool. If you ever get a chance, go do it. But yeah, it was a typical race. I'm glad I wasn't there yesterday because they didn't get out of there till really late.
Yeah, of course, another rain delay is like every year it's like a rain delay. I should just move it to Mondays instead of Sundays. Like all the time rain delay.
But then imagine the people that are on vacation or that are down there and have to go back to work on Monday. They've been down there the whole, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, head back Sunday night so they can go to work Monday, and all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute, we're going to finish it tomorrow. And that's why the stands are half empty. But it is what it is. You can't just postpone it and say, we'll do it at the end of July,
Yeah.
I give Trump a salute though for how he handled it. It was professional, man.
Yeah, and he shows up at these events.
Yeah.
But I kept waiting for that limo to go up on the bank. It's like, come on, man. You only need to be going 65 miles an hour and you'll be able to take it. And they won't tell you, it's a secret, how fast the presidential limo goes. It's not out there for public information. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and remember where the Let's Go Brandon saying started? Was at Daytona. So it was pretty cool to actually hear 200,000 fans cheering for a president when before they were all yelling, "Let's go Brandon." They weren't saying "Let's go Brandon." Well, they were saying "fuck Joe Biden," but they changed it to "Let's go Brandon."
Hey, me and my brother were down there for bike. We could have gone up, went on there on our bikes and rode on the track, but we didn't do it. But what was it, John? Like 60.
What's that?
What was it, John? Like $60 to go?
I forget. That's so long ago. I don't
know. I don't know either. I know we were walking around down there. We went on the infield. I signed. We got to sign the start-finish line. Yeah, but all that costs extra. But no, it was crazy too because we had really good seats right after the start-finish line. We're right there. And there's 200,000 people in this place. And I get a text, and it says, "Look to your left." So I look to my left. Here's some people we know from up here. We've known forever, waving at us. Crazy. You always run into somebody, no matter where you're at, that you know.
Yep. My brother could be in the middle of a desert, and he'll know some camel jockey out there. My brother.
That's funny.
Hey, yo, Akbar, long time no see, bro.
Yeah, hey, Akbar, how you doing? You told my donkey 6 years ago. The donkey had a bad pee-pee. You told him into the donkey man.
Hey, how'd the whole Billy Gibbons thing go?
Oh, that was good, man. He put on a good show. It was awesome.
Did you get to talk to him at all?
We weren't allowed to say nothing to him, and he didn't say nothing to us, so I just sat there like a big goof. I had to be professional.
He's a pretty good guy.
You
Who
mentioned
was
I did on Tuesday night. I had these two girls that were holy rollers, like they were saying prayers on stage and stuff, and they had like a whole book of stalkers, and this guy was stalking them for like a week, and they called me in like at 2:00 to watch. These two girls are very good looking ladies, and this guy was stalking them like the whole tour so far. He was going to every city, and I'm thinking like, these two girls are so pretty, and all they do is preach about God. I'm like, what the hell would this guy want to do with them? So I go into 2:00 and they called me a shadower. I had to shadow, even when they went to the bathroom, I had to be like right next to the stall, the poor things. And we get an email, and the manager come out and goes, here, you don't believe me? He hands me the email, and it goes, tell that big fat guy with that funny looking hat on, he don't scare me. And if he's standing by that tour bus end of the show, he's going to go down with the girls. And I'm like, you shitting me. He knew what I drove in on. He knew what I come there with in my car. He knew what I had on. He knew what time I got there. He knew what I was doing. I had to stand there and look at every person that come through that door. I mean, it wasn't worth the money they paid me to do it. I was so aggravated by the end of the show because I was looking over my shoulder, and they wouldn't let me carry a piece
Sucks
that
the
night.
fun out of it real quick. Yeah.
Well, if they had let me carry, I wouldn't have been worried. But that
Just don't
wasn't
trust girls
carry.
that are holy roars. That's
But I
90%
wasn't
of the
allowed to
girls on my
carry.
show are holy roars.
Yeah, but these two girls didn't want no one to have a weapon on them. I'm like, I'm licensed to carry. Let me carry my damn gun. If this guy's going to take me out, at least let me go down with my 40.
Well, see, like me, I got a little 38 snub nose that I can stick in my pocket, and you don't even know it's there. And you can still blow a hole in somebody pretty damn big with that
carry
thing.
right here, a little 32.
Yep.
You don't even see it in my hand.
I wouldn't even told them. Yeah, I wouldn't even tell them. I would have just carried it.
I have a boot gun too, but
380.
That's my little piece.
I got the 380 in the nightstand next to my bed.
Here's my
I got
gun right here.
Hey, I got a little 410. It holds a 410 shotgun shell and a 45 long. It's as big as the palm of my hand.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That'll
It's
scatter
funny
you
if
up
you walk
close
around my
range.
house. I have loaded guns strategically all over my house. From
So
the
do I.
basement
So
to
do
the
I,
main
John.
floor.
So do I.
Jeez.
Remember I was talking to you, Sean, that 357 right above my bed?
Yeah.
John's like, what do you have that for?
Well, yeah. I was like, why did you need that for? You gonna shoot somebody?
Here you go.
Maybe.
Say,
Hope not.
say hello to my little friend. Look at the hole in that.
So if I came over, if I happened to come over to your houses and say if I knew where everybody lived or whatever, and it came over unannounced, I get shot pretty much. So.
Well, there would be no show on
pretty much
Monday,
a knife guy.
and they wouldn't be able to find you. I got a tractor, too.
Yeah, it depends on if you get through the dogs first.
I'd be petting the dogs. You know me. You know how much I love your dogs.
I know.
I'd be
Get things
more
show you where everything was. Come on in.
Aw. I'd be hanging out with all of them. I'd be like, oh hell, I don't care about the house. I'm just gonna hang out with the dogs. I don't give John's home or not. I'm just hanging out at his house with the dogs.
It's funny because if you ever have like the UPS or a new FedEx guy or anybody that comes out here to our house out here in the country, my dogs will come right up to them and bark, and so will my neighbors. And I'll tell the guys, don't worry about it. They just bark unless I tell them to, because you always want them to know that they're nice dogs, but they don't always have to be. Because so somebody doesn't just walk in.
I swear, if my dog ever died, I wouldn't tell anybody where
And then
around
you
our
gotta
area.
have these demented knives that have blades all the way through each and every angle you stab you with.
Wow. Now you just gotta get yourself and dress yourself up like Rambo, and you'll be perfect. You'll be fine.
This ain't Rambo. This is some demented
No,
shit here.
no, you dress up as
The thing
Rambo.
is,
You put the war paint on and
you stick
everything, and
somebody-
then the head,
If you
the
stick somebody
bandana.
with that thing, how the hell do you pull it out?
You don't. You leave it in there and just run like hell if they don't die. Because even the handle grips got nice edges on them.
Jesus, that's
Yeah.
like a that's like a
my
shredder.
That's my puncher right there.
That's
I
like
don't
a butt
think you ought
plug.
to get that out. 'cause
That's
he's
the eye gouger.
That's like a butt plug there.
That's all I
This
got.
thing is this thing is so sharp.
It can be.
You don't want to get butt plugged by this. This will ruin
No.
your shitting days, boy.
Oh my god. Ugh.
I can show you my biggest. I can show you my biggest one.
And I'll keep it in your pants, sir. That's
Yeah.
what you want us to do.
No, that's a short story there, pal.
Don't want to scare the children watching.
Yeah.
That's a concealed. That's a concealed kind of weapon there.
They don't even make a sheath for it. I tried to buy a sheath for it. They won't make me one. You can't stick it in anything.
Wow. Well,
I
that's
mean,
big.
every one of them are razor sharp.
It'd make a great butter knife for when you're making toast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was telling my dog with it one day. Let me see what other one you want to see. I got one even worse than that if I could find.
Yeah, I have no weapons, in my house because I don't believe. People can come and do whatever, but I don't think I have anything that anybody wants. As much as the bougie lifestyle as I live,
You're probably one of the only people. Frankie, you're probably one of the only people in the town of Brooks that does not have a gun in their house.
Oh, everybody else does. So
I bet you that's a
Don't
real
behind me.
safe bet. I bet you that's a real safe
Hey,
bet.
Frankie, you never know. They might break in your house and think you got money, and it's not worth. I mean, they just shoot you because they think you have money and shit. That's why you need something next to you all the time.
See, look behind me on that wall. There's a big sickle up there. There's a couple Nanook Skinners. There's a couple of hatchets. There's a 10-pound hatchet.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, if there's ever an earthquake in Pittsburgh, my brother would be dead.
Yeah, you made that joke before. Come on, material now.
15-inch combined.
You've said that many times before.
Well, I'll keep saying it because they've got new people every week.
That's right. That's right.
Remind me to say it next week too.
Yeah. Okay.
That's I told you my wife's gonna buy me a magnet shirt. So when I walk in here, I kill myself.
Wow. Remember being a strong magnet, and Jesus Christ, dude. So if you're like doing video, like what Ron was talking about, doing
There's
the videos
something
and stuff,
wrong with
you're
me,
like,
man.
well, you erase all your tapes and walk into your house.
That's a
Someday
pretty
I
good
have to have a
movie.
show you all my medieval hatchets and swords and.
Wow.
There's something wrong with me.
Oh yeah, well that's why you're on the show because we're like this is like your therapy session. This is everybody's therapy, weekly therapy. I mean, Antique Man looks more like a therapist than all of us do. So
Antique Man just sits there and soaks it all in. He probably gets off the show and talks to his wife saying, "Why am I with these bunch of whack jobs?"
Yeah,
they're lucky they have me.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything about my Halo tonight.
I can see it now. Wow.
Oh, you do have a
holy
halo.
crap.
Oh my god. What is that? Saint Antique
Wow,
Man?
he does. He does.
That's
I
funny.
collect cars.
I told
You
you
want
he
to see
was
all
a
my cars? I'll
Christian.
never go outside.
Well, whenever you guys go to the grocery store, do you ever fall for the donation thing at all? When they ask
No.
you to donate at all?
No.
No, I asked them to give me some money. I need butter.
Maybe next time you might think differently after you watch this clip here.
Would you like to donate $1 to save a dog? No. Yes. Double negative. Wouldn't. No. Yes. Yes. No. No. Oh God. I think that your machine is. Got it. I got it. I was just trying to pay for. Yes. True.
That's funny.
I couldn't see them all.
Oh, well, yeah, probably a fine print, probably a little bit, but it's like ask you to donate, and then there's like they're mad because you didn't want to donate, and so they killed the dog because they didn't want to donate to dogs.
Good. Fuck that dog. No, I love dogs.
I don't. It'd be like fucking kill that motherfucker. I don't care.
My brother would, yeah.
Yeah, but when you be like, say, excuse me, it looks like there's some problem with your thing, and then all of a sudden the machine's like, look at me, don't talk to her. Look
I
at
know,
me.
that's funny.
That'll be soon. That's foreshadowing.
It's like those it's like those skits they do with the GPS. Whenever they get smart with them on GPSs and shit. You ever see those skits?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to look down to find those.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
So what are you gonna say there, John? John Roberts?
There's only a couple places around here that ask if you want to donate. Just round up to the nearest dollar.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be 99 cents. It could be 2 cents. I always do because it's usually around here. It's for the Children's Miracle Network. And when I was in radio, we used to do a big radiothon for the Children's Miracle Network. It's pretty cool. So that, or if it's anything like a dog, we would do the same thing. Shit, I can't even watch these ASCPA commercials on TV. You gotta turn it.
Oh yeah,
and they're like 5 long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
and then they always do it during the holidays, and they always do it. They get. It's like all the dogs are like cold outside. They put them outside to freeze or whatever. Can't you let them come in and warm up? Give them a sandwich or something. Jeez.
Oh my God!
It's like the whole children's network. They were with the poor kids in Africa.
Yep.
As my
give them a
brother always
sandwich.
says, the cameraman, Jerry, why can't you give him a sandwich?
or like that whole Sam Kinison thing, which I'm now repeating, but the whole there's sand,
The cameraman's only 5 feet away.
yeah. It's like you live where the sand is, you gotta live where the fucking food is. See, this is sand. Oh my goodness! I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say. About Yeah.
No, you can't make a milkshake with it. You can't cook with it. It's fucking sand. Here, taste it, motherfucker.
100 years from now, it's gonna be sand.
Well, here's something that for all you guys that like to decorate your houses with signs, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys are victims of this, or your spouses are.
This is almost embarrassing. We was sitting here and we just realized we've got "eat cock" on our wall. And the word "yum" right beside of it. So somebody here eat some yummy cock. Come on.
Oh boy.
While he's chewing on a chicken.
That was pretty good.
Imagine that, huh? So how many of you guys are guilty of that? Huh? Not just that, but just like have live, laugh, love, or whatever,
I'm looking around here and seeing if I got anything in my room like that.
Yummy cock.
Yummy cock.
I went to a Hobby Lobby because I like going to Hobby Lobby. We have that, in Grand Forks, and I go there to get my movie signs and stuff. But I see a lot of that type of stuff or whatever. I'm just like, I'm sure there's people that decorate like that. Their whole houses are all covered with live, laugh, love, or this house is filled with love, and God loves his house, and there's no hate here. Oh my goodness! Just reading the sign is just hilarious.
Cock.
But anyway, let's see. I'm going to try to show you something else here. I think here, what do we got here? All right. Well, I'm going to show you this video here. Because of how windy it's been around our area, imagine being around wind like this.
Oh, they do.
Oh, there goes that fucking bounce house. Oh, yeah.
Sai daí, amor.
There goes. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ever been to things like that before? I know it gets windy over here. I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Lately,
I lived in
anyway.
Florida with hurricanes. What I don't understand is like that trampoline that flew away. I mean, when I knew it was a hurricane, I changed shit down. I changed stuff to my trailers. You know what I mean? I put
Yeah.
them where, like a spot where they can't go nowhere, like next to the, real close to the house. You know what I mean?
Oh, jeez. Well, because it's been pretty windy over
My
here
house,
lately.
I
I
worry
know.
about trees. I've got
Yeah.
some huge trees around my house and old cottonwoods and box elders, and they're huge. And these windstorms always scare me.
Yeah, we got pine trees around our house.
Yeah, this morning here, boys, by the way, it was wind chill minus 40 below when I was going out to my truck to go to work.
God almighty. You
That's
guys are
crazy.
nuts.
And it's going to be the same tomorrow or tonight.
Yeah.
How do you keep your pipes from freezing?
We just pray.
Stick it in the hole.
That's
See,
pretty much it.
hey, you see my background?
You're all working.
That was one of them oxymoron type of pictures. I'm standing behind a rooster. My wife said, "What are you trying to say? Gee, you got a big cock?"
Yeah.
That's funny.
By the way, up here, my water line going into my house is 8 feet deep.
Yeah.
So
I
that's,
bet you
that's
you'd
how we
have to
keep
be.
from not. Yeah.
It would have to be.
Yeah, it's funny that they don't freeze over here too, because here in Brooks, the water's not that great, but it's doable. I mean, for what it is, but it hasn't froze at all since I've been here. Everything's been pretty good. So, of course, we don't even pay for water.
Where I live, we have rural water, so it's nice because even though I live in the country and I can't get city water, I can get rural water, and that's nice. I really like it a lot.
Why can't you get city water? You're not even that far from the country. You're not even in the country. You're in the city. You're still in the city, technically. You're only like
No,
a
I'm
half
not.
a minute,
No.
like 30 seconds from East Grand Forks, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm right where I live. Like East Grand Forks Fire Department doesn't come to my house first. I have to call Fisher and wait for the volunteers to come. Yeah.
Even though you live real close to East Grand Forks.
I can shoot deer out my back deck, and it takes me about 4 minutes to get to the liquor store. It's the best of all worlds.
Yeah, that's right. It's just a wonderful, because where he lives is just like, it's weird kind of, but he calls it the country. It's
You
like
might
still
be
in East
a
Grand
When you see me look out this way, it's because I'm looking. I have a woods right out I'm up in my wife's office now, and when I look out her big bay window, it's a river bottom with woods. And so, like the other day when I was pulling in, I had 5 deer run out right in front of me in my driveway. And we've got, you always keep your eyes open because we've got some coyotes out here, and a couple of them need to be eradicated. So you're always looking out the windows around here, and that's what I keep doing if you ever see me do one of these. But so yeah, but that's just what we get to deal with here. I mean, we've had mountain lions,
city,
timber
and I got
wolves.
5 deer running out of my yard.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've had in the last couple of years, we've had mountain lion, I've had timber wolves, we've had all kinds of stuff come right through here because they're following the river. Animals follow water, or they're around water, and yeah, it's crazy. I mean, right, basically almost in city limits, we got a mountain lion walking through and timber wolves.
Wow,
that's crazy. That is crazy. I've been to his house before, so I know what he's talking about. But I've never seen I saw horses. That's what I saw at your house. As soon as I walked in, or whatever, horses. Because you got the big stable.
A few of them around here too.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a quick pee break or whatever, like we normally do around this time, and we'll get to our second half of the show here in just a little bit when we come back for more Renegade Radio right here on Facebook.
It's the Red River Valley Motorcyclist Spirit of America Bike and Car Show, Saturday and Sunday, May 3rd and 4th at the Alara Center in Grand Forks, and they're looking for sponsors and vendors. This is a great opportunity to get your business noticed by thousands of people for this 2 long days of this awesome event. If you'd like to get your business noticed, or if you'd like a booth, contact Sarah, 763-568-1946, or Dennis at 701-741-5205. There'll be a raffle with over $90,000 worth of prizes, including a Polaris 1000 North Star Ultimate Crew Cab Ranger, a Harley-Davidson Street Glide, and Polaris Sportsman 570, with the net proceeds benefiting the Veterans Honor Flight of North Dakota, Minnesota. And veterans are absolutely free. Find out more by going to rrvmnd.org. Red River Valley Motorcyclist Spirit of America Bike and Car Show, Saturday and Sunday, May 3rd and 4th at the Alara Center in Grand Forks. Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Diane says Executive Properties did a roof project and remodeled a bathroom in our house. We were happy with their quality of work, and the projects were completed in a timely manner. We will use Executive Properties for our next home project. Get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273.
What you gonna do? Got the blues in my heart, and it's coming for you. Play 'em loud now. Rolling through the Dakotas, feel the cold wind bite. Guitar case in hand, stage in sight. The crowd's gonna roar under Fargo's moonlight. Watch out, watch out. Fargo stage set high. What you gonna say? Them Fargo blues will carry us away. With every mile closer to that bluesy shore, the rhythm in my veins I can't ignore. Fingers itch for strings, eyes on the prize. Fargo's festival, where the blues come alive. Watch out, watch out. Fargo's calling me, the spotlight's burning bright. Got my 6-string ready, amps turning all the way. Echoes of the legends who once came to play. The spirit of the blues, it never dies. Under Fargo skies, we'll rise and rise. Feel the soul in every note. Hear the hearts reply. In Fargo town, we let the blues fly high. With the distant hum of that train's farewell, I'm bound for far.
Renegade Radio, tune in, don't be shy. With Frankie Slauson leading the ride. Monday nights, the airwaves come alive. With voices in the dark, like shadows they survive. Join the rendezvous, let the stories weave. Frankie leads the night, you just gotta believe.
All right, all right, all right. We are back.
How's everybody?
Back to the second half of Renegade Radio. How's it going, everybody? Oh, well, you better now that you relieve yourself, or what? Well, some of you did anyway. I think a couple of you did anyway. But anyway,
I just stayed place because I'm never making back.
that's all right. Well, today is President's Day, and what's President's Day without some some President's Day fun? We'll say. I found some funny President's Day jokes or whatever that I was going to share with you guys as part of my little segment for the week. Just because it's something different. They're probably very cheesy, but that's what we like here. We like a lot of cheese here at the other show, I'd say, right? Nothing wrong with cheese. So I got some jokes for you guys. So the first one is, why did George Washington chop down the cherry tree?
Why?
Because it was his only option for a fruit salad.
Wow.
That's right. You don't like fruit, Mad Dog. I'm sorry. Either you don't like fruit or you don't like becoming a fruit. One of the two. Anyway.
I love fruit. I just don't like that joke.
Do you know what the reporter asked Mrs. Lincoln?
What?
He said, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how'd you like the show?
Wow.
I'm
got
sorry.
me. Well, no. It's okay. You barely ever speak, so it's like it's all right. It's okay. What
you
did
think
Abraham?
That was good.
What did Abraham Lincoln say to his favorite vegetable? You're appealing. Because peeling or whatever. All right.
Oh, somebody put my nuts in a vice and squeeze them.
Why did the president bring a ladder to the bar?
What?
I said, why did the president bring a ladder to the bar?
Because he wanted to jump and hang himself after hearing these jokes.
Close. Very close. Because he heard the drinks were on the house. All right. Hey, they get more choosier, so you know. What's a president? What's a president's favorite music? What's the president's favorite music?
You got me.
The Star Spangled Banner remix. I don't know. Wow. Why did Thomas Jefferson always carry a pencil? In case he needed to draw a line.
Oh my God.
What did the president say to the calendar?
When's President's Day?
Well, that's today, but no. It's I can't date you. I have too many appointments. Because calendar, dates, and stuff. Too. Follow along, kids.
Oh, is my phone going to die?
Why was the president always calm? Because he knew how to keep his cool in the Oval Office. I know they're pretty cheesy. Let me go scroll down here and see if there's any.
I got one for you.
Okay, go ahead.
These two cops are on patrol. His limousine come flying down the street, and they're flying. They start trying to pull it over. So the cop on the right was a rookie. They pulled the limousine over. And then our cop goes, "Go there, see what the story is, and come back and report to me." He goes to the limousine, he comes back, and he sits in it. Well, I screwed it up. Let me refrain this, okay?
Oh man, you suck. Go back over your jokes.
Wait. Trump was the presidential limousine was right down the road. Trump's telling the guy to hurry up. So Trump grabbed him, stops the limousine. He says, "I'll drive." So Trump gets in the limousine and he's flying down the road. So then, get back to the rookie cops and all that. So the cop goes up to the window, he looks at it, and he sees Trump. He goes back and sits inside the police car, and the guy goes, "What's wrong?" He goes, "There must be somebody really important in that car because he got President Trump as a chauffeur." I screwed it up.
Wow.
Frankie.
I could have told you 5 jokes within that time.
Screwed it up. I can't tell jokes anymore.
Why not? You're a comedian. You should be telling jokes all the time, even when you sleep. Why did the president always carry? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I already said that one. Never mind. Why did the president always bring a suitcase to meetings? Because he liked to pack his ideas.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I got the vice ready.
What did the president say when asked about his favorite type of music?
Oh,
I
He
don't
said,
know.
I'm all about the rock solid policies. I'm sorry. I know these are really just, they're getting worse and worse.
Why did Abraham Lincoln wear that tall black hat?
Why?
Keep his head warm. Duh.
Duh.
Let's see if I can find some. Let's see if we can take this up or down.
This blonde's house was on fire and her house is burning down. And she calls the fire department. She goes, "My house is on fire. My house is on fire." And the fire department goes, "How do we get there? How do we get there?" She goes, "Duh, drive the big red truck."
All right. Here's one for you. what does the what does the Liberty Statue of Liberty stand for?
Freedom.
Because they can't sit down. You know, it stands. Can't sit down, dude.
Oh.
You like Civil War jokes? I generally don't find them funny.
Oh my goodness.
What is Bill Clinton's favorite instrument?
Monica Lewinsky.
Well, close. A saxophone.
His skin flute.
Well, close enough. Like saxophone, you know. Saxophone.
His mill organ.
I tell you.
Mill organ.
It's clearly a budget if it got a lot of numbers in it, says George W. Bush. That's a quote.
Dog thought it was funny.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Hey, what's the difference between
I can't find your
what's the
Wi-Fi
difference between
network.
a large
Open the
pizza
Google Home app to
and
reconnect to
large-
Wi-Fi.
Uh-oh.
I have no
What's
idea.
the difference between a large pizza and a podcaster?
A large pizza will feed a family of 4.
Wow. This is my final joke for this segment, anyway.
Oh, no.
Where was the Declaration of Independence signed?
On the desk.
At the bottom.
At the bottom, yes. Boy, you actually knew that one.
My wife answered for me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
She's
That's
down there
all.
with the TV volume turned up, answering questions for me.
Well, great. Maybe she should be on the show.
I'd like to introduce you to my Springfield Automatic 45 bad joke teller.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll be sure to come over to Eric's house, Antique Man's house.
Yeah, no, be
It's
sure
a
to
gap.
start
Have
running,
you ever heard of a
Frankie.
gap?
Look at Lance's ducking.
45 gap.
I just showed these because my inventory is.
Even Lance is packing, and he doesn't seem like a guy who's packing.
But you know,
Yeah,
it's funny here because I have a gun hanging right by my front door of my house. I'm 6'2", and unless you're tall, you can't reach it. So I'm not worried about kids, or even my wife wouldn't be able to reach it unless she got a step stool. But it's a 17 with a bullnose stainless steel barrel, heavy barrel with a big scope on it, and that's for like the coyotes, the whatever kind of animals we have around here. On a quick notice that thing's loaded, I had it out on the front deck the other day after a coyote. Happened to look out the window, there and one is, boom, grab it. And then all the rest of the house are more for, I guess, self-defense, strategically stashed everywhere. And then if you go to my gun cabinet in my basement, I think the only gun in there that's not loaded is probably my muzzle loader. Hell, I think my pea rifle's been loaded for like 11 straight years.
That takes a while to load.
I got a muzzle loader right here, Thomas Hawkinson 50 cal.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see my gun. I got one hanging up right there. You see it?
Oh, yeah, right up on top here.
I got a model.
What if it ever falls and hits somebody on the head?
I got a model.
Yeah. My brother.
Model number. I got a model number 943030 and a 50 cal muzzle loader.
Oh, nice. 3030 and Model 94, yeah.
Well, you go hunting out in the Old West or what? Jeez.
I love that. It was my father's. He gave that to me when he died, both of them.
Oh. So that's what you got
a good brush.
I look at him. I
got 32 Western Lever action.
So that's where you guys got your love for weapons from your father. Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all my weapons are from my father. Not the knives. But my dad started me on the knives. He gave me his knife collection when he died. There was 5 of them in there. Now it's 4,500.
Wow.
Jeez.
So I'm guessing you guys went hunting with your dad back in the day when you were kids?
I'm not into guns and knives and hunting and all that shit.
You didn't show us a knife and guns and whatever. And all that
Well, I
stuff.
have them, but I'm not a big fan of them.
I sat in the woods every day with my dad. I loved it.
I wish my dad gave me a Playboy
went,
back then. That's why I became a masturbator.
Oh, great. Wow.
My grandfather
Wow.
took me. My dad wasn't around, so my grandfather put me through gun training, which he did to all his grandkids. And I went goose and duck hunting with my grandpa all the time, and my older cousins, and fishing, and that's how I got the love of it. And I used to hunt everything there was to hunt, as long as you could hunt. Now I don't hunt much anymore because knees are shot, getting old. But I still get out and deer hunt. Um, I don't get to bird hunt much anymore, but do a lot of fishing. So, but yeah, that's how we grew up here. I mean, everybody up here hunts. Well, the majority of people up here hunt where we live. You know, deer
Yeah, my
hunting.
dad. We had a
have
camp.
almost 500,000 deer hunters every year just in the state of Minnesota.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we used to have a camp. My dad would take us fishing every weekend, and anything we could hunt, we hunted. Small game, bird. We had a dog.
I have love for cars growing up, and I mean, I used to go with my dad to work playing all the cars, and that's just what I love to do. And I love cars, and
See, my dad was a car guy too, so he got the car. My brother got the car end of it. I got the hunting end of it.
Okay, now that's funny you say that because my dad was a car guy. They used to call him Bondo Bob. He was a hot rod builder, a customizer. I mean, he had the airbrushes where you'd use a balloon, and when he died on his one lot, he had almost 300 cars, all old, He had a shop with just motors and blowers in it. But it was my mom's dad that was the hunter and outdoorsman. He's the one that took me out. My dad didn't do shit with me. My dad, when I was racing, racing cars and then announcing at racetracks, he's just against people like us because stuff he spent his whole life making look good, we go out and wreck. And it's like, we don't race regular cars anymore, Dad. It starts out as a frame and that's it. So, but yeah, we were completely different, but completely just alike, like you guys. My dad was a car guy. I mean, like I said, he had a lot of cars from the 40s all the way on up. Cars, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Our dad was a car upholsterer. He made interiors for cars look absolutely unbelievable. He wasn't like them guys. He's not like these guys today. My dad made his own buttons, his own diamond tuft interiors. He could write your name in an interior, and he couldn't sign a check, but he could get on a sewing machine and write your name like it was. He had a pen in his hand.
I'm telling you,
yeah, that's cool.
I'm telling you, said that.
He's dead, dummy.
You hear that, Dad? You hear that?
That's funny, you guys. Yeah, see, I don't get into hunting. I mean, I've never hunted in my life, ever. Never had that opportunity. I mean, I just we never did that in our family. We just, I mean, my sister does it with, her husband and his family. They got her into all that stuff, and then her kid is into that, hunting and stuff and doing all types of outdoor things. But yeah, I never did any of that stuff. I mean, I was in Scouts, Boy Scouts and everything, and did some, scouting and did some adventures and stuff like that, but never got to hunt at all. Never. We done BB
Not like sitting in the woods by
yourself. Do you eat venison?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I know where it
comes
from.
You know what you do? You know what you do? Next year, we can get bonus tags they're like $20. Buy a bone, give somebody $20, like maybe me or whoever. By then you're going to know a shit ton more of people around Brooks. They'll gladly shoot you a doe. It might cost you $100 or $90 to go get it steaked and burgered or whatever you want to do with it, chops and get the back straps. And
that's cheap.
Pretty soon you got a ton of meat for not much money, but hell, they're a dime a dozen up there. The tags, you can buy a tag, have somebody shoot you one. You haul it to Macintosh or haul it to. There's numerous places you can bring it to all around there, and let them take care. Oakley, good job. I make all my own jerky. In fact, the last deer that I took home, I ground up except for the back straps. and I had a couple of steaks made and a roast, but I ground up the entire rest of it and I make jerky. I make it in 2-pound batches.
I
And
love
on a good
jerky.
day, I'll make 4 pounds. Yeah, I make a lot of it. 2 pounds at a time, and I'll mix them up the day before, and then you go all day long and get good 4 pounds out. Well, you start with 4 pounds, but
Interesting.
There you
Well,
go.
I was gonna say, you guys get into the hunting and everything. Well, I get into hunting myself, but just not the hunting that you guys are into. I get into last week I did a little movie hunting, we'll just say, to segue it a little bit.
Yeah.
I went ahead and made some purchases because it was just a good payday last week, and was able to find some things that maybe you guys have seen before, maybe you haven't. I'm sure most of you have, but got the 4K of Kill Bill Volume 1
Seen that?
out there. And of course, you got to have Volume 2 if you're going to have Volume 1. So,
I
Volume
haven't
2
seen
of
that.
that, 4K there. And I got the sequel to Twisters, or Twister, the Twister sequel, finally on 4K here. Actually, at a decent price. They actually, when it first came out, they wanted like over $30 for this, but then they reduced it to like 22. So, better steal anyway. And then a movie that should have been great last year that I guess because of the whole Jack Black controversy, which I still am confused about, but the Borderlands movie. You got a Blu-ray there.
What was that?
Let's see.
The what
Borderlands.
controversy?
Oh, there's some controversy, some controversy with him or his
Who?
partner Kyle Gass or Tenacious D.
Oh.
Jack Black and
Okay.
Kyle Gass.
You just show my DVD.
Because you just showed it. I don't have to show it. Yeah, Transformers, the new Transformer movie on 4K. This is really good. A lot of people didn't like the trailer when it first came out, but I thought it was pretty good. I have all the Transformers on 4K now. And then last but not least, a movie that reminds me of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Could have been a sequel, really. This is what's it called? The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare? Something like that, anyway. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, that's the type of hunting I like to do. And I don't often do it as much as I used to because I used to, hunt a
So
lot.
are you in this case? Are you a guy who has said, okay, so like you referred to payday was good. I'm headed to Best Buy or wherever I'm going. Do you have a list, or are you gonna be let me thumb and see and go, oh shit, yeah, got to do it?
It depends. It depends
Okay.
on like how much money I have, because I only make so much, but some paydays are better than others,
Yeah.
And we'll just say when I do, pick out what I want. Sometimes I'll look up. There's a site that I recommend everybody go to. Like if you really are curious about movies and stuff, and even if you don't buy anything physical at all, it's still a great resource just to teach you about. They give you a proper review on a lot of these films, on pretty much any film you want to know about. It's called Blu-ray.com, and it's a site that will let you know when new stuff is coming out and the stuff that's already been out and how many different releases it's had and the different versions and DVD and Blu-ray and 4K of it, that exists. And, I feel like a lot of times here in the U.S., we get kind of fucked over a little bit because it's like in overseas, back in the day, at least when DVDs were really popular and stuff, if you wanted a nice box set, here in the U.S., we would just get most of the time just generic style box sets. But you see these people that collect overseas that have massive collections, bigger than mine, way bigger than mine. They have rooms dedicated to their collection, but they have like better releases. Like they got different type of box sets that are like when the Terminator 2 came out on Blu-ray or DVD for the first time. They got like a skull with it, like a Terminator robot with it. Not the actual robot itself, but like a skull, kind of like in shape of the robot or whatever, as part of the box set. That's part of the you pay a little extra for that. But it also comes with the disc and a big ass book and all that. And most sets that I have, I only have a few that are like that. but overseas everybody gets those. They get more because back in the day, when I would think that when you buy a steelbook that was going to be different than the normal release or just a normal Blu-ray or DVD or something. But nowadays, if you buy the steelbook, you're basically paying more for the packaging than you are for the disc because the discs are all the same. Doesn't matter if you buy a Blu-ray or DVD or whatever or 4K. Most of the time, they're the same disc. Different. It's just for the packaging. So people aren't aware that they're getting scammed most of the time when it comes to steelbooks. Because I've seen some prices for steelbooks when when the new Joker movie came out. It was like they wanted like fucking $150 for the steelbook of it. And it's just
You ever go to flea markets, Frankie, and look for stuff?
oh yeah, I have. It's just we don't really have too many of those around here. When I lived in South Dakota, I used to do that because there was a bigger area.
Ohio's
So, yeah.
full of flea markets.
See what I do?
Yeah.
That's what I do. I go to flea markets and look for like old butcher knives and see what I do with them. See, this is an old butcher knife. See this? Then I take a pair of brass knuckles and I insert them into the butcher knife after I cut them. And this is what old butcher knife is going to look like when I'm done with it. I put a pair of brass knuckles inside a butcher knife, and then you got one hell of a weapon gone for you. See, I'm a little bit.
Are you guys familiar with? Are you familiar with the Netflix show Dexter?
Yeah,
I love it.
Series.
A little bit here and there. Yeah, I've heard of it.
I got all the
Mad Dog's kind of reminded me of him. All these weapons.
You know, John, they're coming out with a new one. Dexter Resurrection.
Really?
Yeah, it's in the making right now. Be out the summer.
We're not even done watching the series now. We've been watching it for a while, but yeah, it's funny. We were never Netflix people until the pandemic. Then we get caught up in all these series, but we're always a little late,
Well, the Dexter they have now is called what's it called, Marlene? Original Sin, and it was Dexter when he was younger.
Original Sin.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Dexter he still talks in the background, but they use someone else to play Dexter as a younger kid.
Oh, so he narrates it.
He narrates it still, yes.
Yeah,
It's
so his
at first I didn't like it, but I ended up liking it a lot. It's good.
Okay. Wow.
The Original Sin, and then the new one's coming out this year.
Wow.
Pair of brass knuckles. Whoever thought I could turn that into a cut machine?
Freaking Mad Dog's like MacGyver nowadays. He could easily just still create something out of nothing, brother.
That needs to be marketed.
See, Mad Dog, you'd be a millionaire right now. You could be selling weapons to people, customized weapons. Mad Dog's weapons. All right.
Yeah, that's sweet.
You come to the Mad Dog's weapons, we'll make you a Mad Dog. You'll become.
Here's another one I'm working on. This one I just cut out today.
That's something.
I don't know if you'll. Come on, you. This one that I take.
Wow,
butcher knife.
It's like today's episode is brought to you by the letter K.
Wow.
I can cut you anyway with that one. Front
Looks like
to back to front.
So why does it look like the letter K? That's the first thing I saw.
No, that one, I don't know. I just look at it and I just draw a design on it. And I take it on my cutter and I start cutting it with my wizard wheel, and whatever comes out, that's what I like.
Okay.
Perfect.
Is it like a plasma cutter, or how do you cut that?
But a wizard wheel.
A wizard wheel. Oh. So you're a wizard too, Harry.
This is my favorite one. This one was about 4 inches longer, but I made a Bowie knife out of it. Well balanced, it spins. It has all the time on the handle. I put a trigger finger in it. I just take $1. I go to the flea market, buy $1 butcher knife that's been beat up and used. When I'm done with them, they look brand new. And
nice.
Different designs.
Cool.
Well,
now I gotta start making sheaths. I make
too.
Huh?
When you bring up Bowie or whatever, I was going to ask you guys if you guys enjoyed that interview with David Bowie last week. I learned a lot from that guy.
That was a good one.
I didn't, there's something he was saying that I didn't even know that he even did. It surprised me. I mean, I learned a lot. He seemed very personable and stuff. I didn't know what to expect because, like I said before, I couldn't find any interviews at all with him at all on YouTube, at all.
Yeah.
It's all David Bowie. I found some commercials, some rare commercials, but they're like old, really, really old commercials that probably aren't valid anymore. But
hey, if I lose you guys, I'm sorry. My phone's been going goofy for some reason.
Yeah, that's
keeps on going out on me.
I think we'll probably. I think this will probably be good for tonight. I think since we didn't have no guests anyway, we'll maybe just end it now. But next week, you guys will have Al Neff and Eric Edwards, the actor from Robin Tribe 1 and 2 and 3, and Sergeant Bilko and National Lampoon Senior Trip. So we will have 2 guests next week, guaranteed anyway. So because I know Al won't quit. He won't tell me that he's sick or anything. He's looking forward to this. He's actually happy to come back and glad that I gave him the invite. So that'll be a fun interview. You guys are in for a rare treat for that.
Do you think you're able to maybe reschedule at some point the guest that was supposed to be tonight, or?
Well, possibly, but this is the second time now that he's did this to me. So it's like and it's not Stewart. It's not this guy from before. It was the comedian, the comic guy, Greg Bo Watson. He was supposed to be on tonight, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to give him some time, and we'll see what happens because it disappoints me that because I always try to promise you guys a really good show, and I try to make it. We try to make it as good as we can, but it's like the guests are what make everybody. We get more people watching, when we have guests and stuff, So I don't know, but I hope we did good today, and I hope you guys enjoyed being here, and it wasn't a waste of time or anything.
I would have did the whole show on the G-string if you wanted to get people to come on.
we could do like a donation wheel too. Then we donate to see what more will he reveal.
I got a 20.
Hold on, the hat's coming off for that.
Wow. He's expensive, I tell you. Jesus, $20 for a hat. Well, anyway, so I think that's going to be good for tonight. Tune in next week, and we'll be back for another great edition of Renegade Radio. I'm Frankie Slotz, along with Antique Man, Lance Warlock, Bad Doug, Screamer Sam, and John Roberts. So we'll see you guys next time, and keep it locked here. Facebook.
Jean-Claude Van Damme! Hit my music!
There it spins on a holder so sure,
And stalwarts we really can't ignore. Oh, this road be my savior once more. It's the charm, the cheer of the weary. Dear old, don't you roll away. Many times you've been spinning around my bathroom door. In the corner of the room where we keep the stock, had a pile up to the door. Now there's just this rock. Oh, this road. In its grace, it stands so bold. You're my white round knight when the times get cold. Dear old, I pray you'll hold. For many moons you've ruled this homely throne.
when the shells
They're all bare and the world's in a swirl. You're my last, my trusty twirl in the quiet. When it's just you and I, we abide side by side and we comply. Oh, my roll in your embrace, I'm consoled. And when that latch clicks softly inside my humble abode, it's you I seek when life's events unfold.
in this refuge you stand alone so prized.
We've unfurled moments, in you I confide. Dear old,
best of me. Through every laugh, every cry and plea, with comfort you cradle my weary soul. Dear old, you're worth your weight in gold. The streets ain't safe no more. I see it on the headlines. Another soul gone too. Is there no end to this ruin? Is there no end to this? We keep losing our brothers and our sisters cry. In the land of the free, where too many die. I see it on the headlines. Another life taken in the night. When will we stand and fight? Is it just me? We rally and we march in circles, it seems. Another candlelight vigil, another broken dream. From coast to coast, hear the mothers plead. Won't someone make this madness cease? A nation wounded, it's getting hard to see the price we're paying for a misguided liberty. Bullets flying, dreams dying in a land meant to be free. Tell me, is this who we are, or are we too blind to see? See it on the headlines. Another life stolen by the night. How will the no light land fight? Is it just me? Another life lost to the cold grip of fear. When will it end? Can we see it's near? I see it on the headlines. Another life taken in the fight. When will we stand and fight? Is it just me? I see it on the headlines. Another father gone tonight. Will we ever find the light? Is it just me? Can we ever find the light? We're burying our dreams under a sky of fright.
Bim dum kalemsum badum face. Jusu dime and kanton coloring. Dudes and pots and choo-choo train. Yes, there will be my will to thee so far. Nice to meet you.